I think the average person has no idea how good they can feel. Where we get up every morning and we don't have to hit the snooze alarm. The quadrants of well-being mean looking at your body from mechanical, chemical, energetical, and psycho-spiritual health. My hope is that there's more people full of joy and love and hope and realize that this is a magnificent life that we get to live. Hi, my name is Michelle Robin. I'm a wellness chiropractor. As a chiropractor, the obvious quadrant that I focus on is mechanical, and people look at mechanical as far as exercise, sleep posture, maybe massage. Of course, I think about getting chiropractic care as a necessity because the spine houses the nervous system, and we live our life through the nervous system. Think about the nervous system kind of like a tree. If we look at a tree, it has roots, it has a trunk, it has bark, branches, limbs, leaves. If we rip off that branch, the leaves die. They die fast because they're no longer connected to their source. If we pour oil into the roots or the wrong nutrition, the whole tree dies, but it dies slow. I call that suicide by lifestyle. And so the body's no different. You have this super highway from the brain all the way out the spinal cord, out the spinal nerves. And so in order for your body to do the things it needs to do, it's got to have a two-way communication. And that's the way our nervous system is. My job as a chiropractor is multifaceted. But one of the things I technically need to do is make sure people are free of subluxation. Subluxation is a long, fancy word for a vertebrae that doesn't have the right motion. And when it doesn't have the right motion, you're not going to be getting that information going back and forth like you should for the superhighway. What are some things that would cause the spine to not have the proper motion?
Well, multiple factors, but it could be poor posture, it could be accidents, injury, work-related injury, sports-related injury. Frankly, a sedentary lifestyle can contribute to the fact that these joints don't work well.
Dr. Kelter, why is posture such an important piece to our overall well-being?
Really, it has to do with the effect that posture has on our spine, for one, but even just the other joints of our body.
What's good for the body is good for the mind, brain, and soul. So exercise is a great way to help rejuvenate your mind, your body, and to help that psycho-spiritual energy.
Myself, like many others, take for granted the magic that our body does for us every single day. The body regenerates every single cell over 7 years. So even though you may have a diagnosis of something that you don't want to have, remember that your body is the most amazing machine and it could regenerate. It's amazing to me how when I do a history with somebody, how they'll go back and they'll remember 30 years ago on this day, I had this accident, and it appeared to be small at the time, but it's impacted me my entire life. We are really not made to live in pain. People just get used to it. They think it's part of the aging process. I see patients all the time, they'll turn their head, and I'll say, how long have you just been turning your head that far? Oh, it's years. I thought it was just part of being 50 or 60. I'm like, no, you're designed. You are designed to be able to move and have good range of motion your entire life. The more you invest in your overall spinal hygiene, the healthier your whole body will be from a mechanical, energetical, psycho-spiritual, and energetical perspective. I'm inviting you to join me on this journey by making small changes that can create big shifts in your life, not only in your mechanical area, but also in your chemical, energetical, and psycho-spiritual. Thanks for joining me on the journey. Sending you big hugs.